What's up, people? Zach Attack here, bringing another reaction video to the magical, certain magical index. Is it right? Certain magical index, season 1, episode 6. The last thing that happened was that Index would have to get her memory erased, I guess, by these people supposedly calling themselves used to be her friends, and if she gets her memory erased, the downside is she won't remember anybody, or she'll die. If I remember, she will die or something. So, Kamigichi, can't pronounce his name right, sorry. He said that give me like a certain amount of time and see what I can do. And they told him that he's got like 10 minutes. So they waited outside and to see if he can do it. I think it didn't show anything at the end of if he successfully did it or if something happened. I think it showed that he managed to do something, and from that point we don't know exactly, but let's see what happens and see if he did it. Let's hope he did it. Imagine one of the main characters just die that fast. Only 6 episodes in. I mean, there is animes like that kind of have something similar, where the main character just dies, and it's like, what did I just watch?
It turns out that Index's photographic memory is not actually a condition that could lead to her death without annual memory erasure. Does this mean the church has been lying to Style and Kanzaki?
Straight up creepy look in her okay, so this is the last thing. Woke up, but like these weird ass dark line looking stuff in her eyes, like caused her looking like a cross looking thing going on right now, like an evil side of it. So this is the last thing that happened. All right, let's go forward. I wish you can just skip the intro right away. On Hulu, you're never able to, but Netflix, you can all the time, so I don't understand why they can't.
There's something I thought didn't quite fit since all of this first started. You're not an Esper like the students here. Yet you told me you weren't able to use magic.
I back up like something's gonna happen to me. Hold on 1 minute.
That's impossible.
She told you the truth. She can't use magic.
Don't you see what's happening? The church has been lying to you this entire time about Index having no magical ability. Yeah, do you get it now? And that thing about her dying if her memory's not erased every year? That's another whopper. The only thing killing her right now is whatever magic the church planted in her.
Oh, wow.
We just have to find a way to stop it. After that's done, there won't be any need to erase.
So I wonder what they're both going to think after they find out that the church lied to them to go after her and kill her because of these certain things. Magic crap.
That's the kind of group they are. Do you think they'd be likely to share their true plans with low-level enforcers?
True.
You're not convinced? Why don't you ask Index about it yourselves?
St. George's holy sanctuary is having no effect on the intruder's opposition. Now switching to a more effective spell. Attempt to destroy the intruder will continue.
Ooh.
Fortis 931.
Is that like a crackle sound, like his wrist pop, like broke?
I'm not interested in hearing your unproven theories. What we know for certain is this. If we do this, then we save her for the time being. I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that happens. I'll kill you if I must. That's what I decided long ago. So give up.
For the time being? That's not much of a promise. I'm talking about saving her for good. There's only one question you need to ask yourself, sorcerer.
Ooh.
Do you want to have Index, or are you too afraid to?
Oh, dang.
You guys have been waiting for a long time.
Telling you.
You want a happy ending for all this, don't you? One in which you don't have to be Index's enemy. You want to be her friends in truth and not the people who snatch her memories away from her every year.
Ooh.
You never gave up hope completely. You never
Why does it sound like
stopped
bones
trying.
cracking? That is so
Because you made a promise to
disturbing.
yourself not to abandon her. Knowing what you would have to do, you made it your personal mission to save this girl who had been your friend and companion. You wanted to be the heroes of this story. So why content yourself with supporting roles now? You told me earlier you swore to protect her with your lives, no matter who or what got in the way. If so, your part is far from over. It's barely even begun. Are you gonna give up because Act 1 turned out to be a little on the long side? If you help me instead of fighting me, then maybe you'll get your happy ending. Now let's do this!
Salvar 000.
Now she's helping. Yeah, now it destroyed, what do you call those, signal things in space. Destroy that, now you...
Its power is equal to the legendary
Gotta
dragon
make
strike
people
of
think,
St.
what the hell?
George. If even one of those touches you, you're in big trouble.
I was about to say it.
You're up! Move it, Esper!
Urgent warning. Reading from Chapter 6, Verse 13. New opponent has been identified. Altering combat strategy. Beginning a survey of the battle scene. Completed. Prioritizing the destruction of intruders. Strongest threat, Tomakamijo, will be destroyed first. Urgent warning. From Chapter 22, begin Verse 1. Successfully recalculated for flame magic. A distorted version of the Church of the Cross spell
Okay.
has been detected, along with multiple
She's
runes.
saying a lot of stuff that I am just...
Formulating counter
I
Church of the
have
Cross
nothing
spell.
to say because this is the majority of what's just going on right now. It's not like other stuff is going on right now besides this whole him trying to get to her and break it. So sorry if I'm not saying anything right now. It's because technically it's all that's going on.
God, they say you are good and just. If that's true, then I will be able to destroy this evil magic. Are you good? Will you do justice? We'll find out right now!
Oh.
Warning. Last chapter. Verse 0. Caller has sustained critical damage. John's pen failing.
All right. Did he do it? Oh yeah, don't let those things touch you or something bad happens. And one touched him. What did it do to him? My prediction didn't kill him. I say that it touched him and then it puts him like in a thing where he's like, he dreams about things that are bad but not true. Or bad and happens. It's like something like that.
How odd. Apparently a mysterious blast of light tore through one of our observation satellites.
Okay,
Two other
okay,
companions.
I
It seems
can't
all three
pronounce
were in
that, but
Academy City without any form of identification. Would you happen to know anything about this strange event?
No.
All right. And that letter there?
I mean, she really
was
doesn't.
sent by one
She's
of the
not
other
just sitting there
foreigners,
lying.
was
She
it?
really doesn't know. Well, she did.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't think it was meant for you. It was clearly addressed to the boy. It's for him to open.
He won't mind. Any salutation would sound phony, so I'll just skip it.
You did a damn
So,
fine job back
okay.
there, Esper.
Open
I could
others,
probably say more,
somebody else's
but what's the
mail.
point?
Nah, legal.
Writing down what I felt and what went through my mind that
think
night
that's
would
illegal.
require a whole rainforest worth of paper, so I'll skip that too. Instead, as a token of my gratitude for your help, I'll tell you more about our mutual friend and the peculiar situation she's found herself in. The
Okay.
church wanted us to bring her back immediately. However, they changed their minds when we asked about those lies you uncovered. After that, they told us to simply maintain the current status, which basically translates as wait and see what happens. Personally, I don't much like the idea of her being with you for a moment longer than necessary. I'm sure it will come as no particular surprise that I'm not planning to give up and turn her over to you indefinitely. We will be gathering the necessary
Well, yeah, you
data,
turn
and
her
once
over
we have all
indefinitely. The only
information we
downside
require,
is,
we
I
intend
guess,
to
just
come
pretend to
back
play it
and
out like
reclaim
for
her.
the church people
But you
that you're
need not
spying on
fear
them or
another
something.
attack.
The only problem is they could have people spying on you guys, noticing that you're hanging around them. So, what was that? Did it just blow up the
Quite a
paper?
mischievous friend
Like,
you
oh,
got.
can't read this.
The
Poof.
letter must have been dipped in a
Kinda
liquid
look like.
explosive of some kind. I know you're anxious from waiting. You're eager to see for yourself how the boy is holding up. It might do him good to have a visitor. Still,
Oh yeah, I
if
forgot.
you seem
I'm
shocked by
stupid.
his condition, it might
He got
frighten
knocked
you.
out.
So let me give you some tips before going in.
May I have your attention, please? We would like to remind all friends and family that visiting hours will end at 9 p.m. If you would like to remain at the hospital later than this, please see the information.
What was that?
listed for approval. The gift
Yes?
shop and the cafeteria will remain open.
Eyes awake. Huh. Wonder what happened to him when those things touched him, though, is the problem. Probably not a good thing. And if he ever did see something that wasn't good out of those things touching him, he probably ain't going to tell anybody what they were. At least right away. I mean, I wouldn't.
Excuse me.
Who are you?
I'm sorry, but I think you might be looking for a different room.
Oh, wow. Okay, I guessed that,
Memories haven't
but
just
wow.
been lost. They've been completely obliterated.
What do you mean? What's the difference?
It's not a normal case of memory loss. The brain cells that managed his memories have been physically destroyed.
Oh, wow. So, I'm saying that those feathers, so not just straight up memory loss.
It's like a skull was
Like, oh, you can
removed,
remember
his brain
them
was hit
after,
with a
like,
stun gun.
whatever. No, it completely killed, like, yeah, right there in the head, touched him. So he has no memory of anybody, anything,
Are you
nothing.
feeling all right, miss? You look awfully pale, like you've had a terrible
So
shock.
he even has no idea how he's in the hospital. So my best guess is people lied to him and told him, you're in the hospital
Really, I'm
because
just fine, thank you.
You know,
you fell.
you look
You got
familiar.
hit by a
Have
car.
we maybe met before?
Like basic stuff.
Of course. Don't you remember? We have met. It was out on the balcony of your student dormitory.
I see. I lived in a student dorm before this happened.
That's right. I showed up one day. You gave me some food, and you used your right hand to destroy my walking church.
Did you say walking church? What's that? And why would I destroy one of them?
Come on. You have to remember. Think, Toma. How could you forget fighting those two sorcerers who had been chasing me?
You called me Toma. Whose name is that?
He doesn't know his own. Yeah, he's not gonna know his
You
own
don't
name.
remember.
He's just not.
My name is Index. And I want you to know, even though you don't remember it, I loved you.
I'm sorry. Index is a funny name. It doesn't sound like something a girl would be called. Maybe.
Wow,
talking
okay.
about a
I
pet
mean-
had. Gotcha! Hook, line, and sinker.
Wait.
What, did I hurt your feelings by comparing you to an animal? Be a little adventurous. We could get you a nice collar. Come on, it'll be fun. Would you rather be a dog or a cat? I'm guessing cat.
So, I'm confused. Now,
I'm confused. I thought your brain cells had been destroyed.
yeah, right?
And your memory was gone completely.
Hey now, you almost make it sound like you wish I had forgotten everything. Well,
No, I don't.
so according to the doctor with the frog face, my memory cells have been utterly obliterated. And because of that, I should have forgotten everything that's ever happened to me.
What do you mean you should have?
Well, here's the thing. All that supposed damage was inflicted by a magic spell. That alone explains it all, doesn't it? When I touched you on the head, it was with my right hand. That's all I needed to do. Imagine Breaker took care of the rest. No problem.
Okay.
Imagine breakthrough?
Yeah, my right hand. That's what the doctor called it anyway. It neutralized the power of the magic spell. And since it never had the chance to reach my brain, I came out all right. Man, the look on your face was priceless. I mean, you're usually the one going around saying crazy stuff and messing with people's heads. I have to admit, it was pretty fun to turn the tables on you this time.
Wow. You can't blame her for being mad. Just made her cry. I don't know what this whole biting thing has to do with it. I just don't understand why she bites it.
You should see a doctor.
I'm dead. She's gonna kill me.
Listen, son. Are you sure about what you're doing? You don't remember anything, do you? I told you what happened. Every last detail that those other two gave me about the event.
No, I don't. But for some reason, I can't explain. The last thing in the world I wanted was to see that girl cry. It must sound really strange to you. I'm not really sure what this feeling is exactly. But it's
I think it still has to do with the feather touching him. Something about that event, what he doesn't want her to know.
Because I don't want to let it go. So,
Not the whole event,
guess
what
what
he
memory
did
was left to me
to
after
get
all,
her
huh?
to stay alive and all this other stuff.
Your
It's
memories
what
were
happened
dead.
when that
They were
feather touched
destroyed
him.
with your brain cells. All past information was blasted irreversibly out of your brain. So then, where do you think this remembered feeling is coming from? Where is it stored?
Well, Doctor, that should be obvious. From my heart. Wouldn't you agree?
What? Oh, I'm still confused at the same time. Like, honestly. God, that's a big bug. Jesus. Off topic real quick, that bug was huge.
So far, all efforts to reestablish contact have failed.
Hot air balloon.
Governing
Something we
authorities
call this?
convened an emergency session to hear further suggestions from Academy City scientists.
I'm retarded. It's not a hot air balloon. It's a, I'm gonna pretend like I don't know. I forgot. This place looks creepy. It's a way to die. It's a way to get.
Magnus. You are no different from the others. Every person who comes here has the same reaction to my rather unusual appearance. But it makes sense to me.
What's that? He just came in there looking like a normal dude, like whatever type look.
Yes. Director General Alistair.
What was that look? I don't understand what this dude's talking about. Like, what look did he give? He just gave a look like a normal look, like, okay.
A situation has developed.
If you mean deep blood, I know.
We have indeed located a young girl who possesses the ability to kill a certain creature. A creature that we aren't even sure actually exists. Here is where it gets complicated. Sorcerers aren't usually allowed
So-
in the city, and yet one has involved himself in this.
In Academy City.
Crushing a sorcerer.
Is this guy
no
still
problem.
bad?
If pressed,
He's
we
just
could
pretending to
handle
be
it.
good because of
But of course,
being
I
around
would
the,
prefer to avoid such a conflict. Pitting members of the scientific
the other
and
one.
magical disciplines against each other is a dangerous game, as you know.
Hey, why do you look like Index's brother? Like, no joke, he does. It looks like he got the same colored hair, great, like, white hair. I don't know. Obviously, I'll probably be wrong, but it seriously looks like that could be Index's brother from by the way he just looks now. That could be the bubble, like the way he's just in that tube right now. But once he gets out of it, he looks way different than he looks now. But right now, he looks like he's a mirror image of Index, but like the brother.
That is my plan. Additionally, I have at my disposal one of the natural enemies of sorcery.
Do you mean the Magic Breaker? But sir, I thought the
I can't pronounce her name right, but does Kaori, whatever her name is, the sword user girl, does she have any idea that her little partner here is doing this? Sorry if I'm looking at a piece of paper when you seem to look over at something to figure out their names. But does she know that he's doing this? I about guarantee she doesn't. The fact that she's not here with him, I don't know. I wouldn't trust him definitely when he's talking to a guy.
You won't have to worry about your magical secrets being revealed.
I will do
C-Ty? I'm gonna call this guy C-Ty. I think it's because it's spelled S-T-I-Y-L.
But sir, we've never seen the power of deep blood. Can we even be certain it truly exists? And if we learn that it does,
True
think of
blood?
the
Is that what he's saying?
ramifications
It would prove the existence of dangerous creatures that would need to be hunted down and killed.
You speak of vampires.
That is more of a question for your side. I believe the occult is your domain, not ours. You know, it seems we are presented with an interesting philosophical question. If the existence of deep blood proves the existence of vampires, what exactly does the Imagine Breaker prove?
Okay. Anyways. So. I want to pause up. So, though, pretty much the whole episode was them trying to get Index. Kamoi, can't pronounce the anime characters' names right. I'm sorry. That is so bad. But he finally broke it, and she was knocked out for a little bit, woke up. So she didn't end up losing her memories, dying, any of that stuff, except this weird one of the books or whatever was taking her over and saying intruder, blah, 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 like intruder alert type thing and trying to fight back. He got to her. And then I really thought he lost his memory when she found him in the hospital. And he was like, I don't know my name. I don't know what happened. I never knew I went to a school. I never knew I had a dorm. I don't know you. Who are you? I really thought for a minute there that he lost his memory. I would have been like, yep, that's what that feather did when it touched him in the head. Is it made him lose his memory like completely. Like not just a little bit of memory loss and then you can remember later. No, like everything. But that wasn't even the case either. But based on what is going on though, when she left, because she was mad at him after he pranked her, the doctor came in and the doctor was like, you should have, pretty much told her. And he's like, I don't want it. I wanted to spare her, making her upset, blah, blah, blah. So in some way, that feather had to have done something when it touched him that he saw something that was so horrifically bad or just bad in general that if he told her, she would have gone into like shock. Like, like what? No, like, how do you know that? Something that she only should know, but he found out through the feather thing. Because I think she knows, based on what she imagined when she thought he lost his memory at first, she knew that the feather touched his head. I think those two people or the doctor told her that. So, well, I don't think I don't know. I know I'm on episode 5, but it's 6. I don't think the doctor knows anything of what goes on with this magic and all this stuff that they always do. I could be wrong, and he does, and he's like one of those doctors that just keep things quiet. Well, you can't sometimes trust that. He could be threatened eventually to be told from some people, oh, you better tell me this or we'll kill you, blah, blah, stuff like that. Could be wrong, though. The doctor might know stuff. Doctor might not know stuff. He's just lying to the doctor so the doctor doesn't go telling other people, oh, this guy's got magic powers, and he's got the whole FBI, government, and everybody chasing him down and figuring out who else is helping him. But anyways, so now we have a situation where Sitai, fire user guy here, talking to somebody inside a little tube about true blood and they're vampires. Something like that. And then he said, so the guy in the tube, we don't know his name yet, said something about that's Kairi's job, which his partner. So, not sure what that's about. I don't trust him now. I trust him because he was with her. But at first they were bad in general. But then they started turning good. But then he seems like he doesn't have her with him. And it was just him with this guy talking to a guy in a tube. I feel like he's doing like a double thing going on. One thing with her in the church, after they just found out from Kajui, that they're being lied to by the church, as much as the other half of him doing something for this other guy. Now, if this other guy in the tube is a good guy, okay, he's just telling this guy likes to do more missions all the time, so he's always like, okay, do this for me, blah, blah, blah. But he remotely is still good, but he doesn't want to put his partner in harm's way because he cares for his friends, like Index, the girl, and everything. So he's just, could be wrong, and he really is bad, just pretending to play a second role to be good, make people think he is good. But anyways, we'll figure that out sooner or later. But anyways, we'll find more reaction videos. Peace. See you people next time.